Well, I am at the Rogerson Clematis Garden, and I'm with Linda. And Linda, we were here in the summertime, and you did some pruning, and we're going to show what happened when you did midsummer pruning.
It's right here.
Look how gorgeous that is.
They're back in bloom. Here we are, early September. These guys have been in bloom for a week or so already, recovering from basically what was a Bastille Day mid-July chop.
Right, right. Look at that.
And they're more compact. This one, when you were here, was coming up and out and flowing over, and without any pinching back or all, just hard prune down to the ground, fertilize when you prune midsummer. And this is Alyanushka. This is what you get.
Beautiful. And so now it's mid-September, so now what should we be doing? Any kind of pruning?
The only pruning I would be doing now is taking off seed heads you don't want, seed heads that might be dangerous, were they to float or escape and get around on the ground. But I wouldn't be doing a lot of hard pruning, taking back a lot of growth, because you're going to stimulate new growth. And even though we're supposed to have a long, warm autumn, you just never know when you're going to get a frost, and that might catch some of that new growth.
And then when do we do that hard pruning?
So once they're dormant, you know, leaves are brown, you know, they look like they're pretty well dying back. Then for these, we will go in and hard prune them again.
Okay. And so now let's go over to another bed. And so now it's always the time for pruning or planting in the fall. So it looks like you're getting ready to do something here.
Yeah, we just took out a huge nasty barberry. It was past its sell-by date, and you know, 10 years it was fun, now you're gone. And so we've put in this wonderful Deutzia shrub, which will fill in the space, and we've left empty ground where the clematis are going to go. And this has been amended with composted steer manure or horse manure that's had mycorrhizal fungus inoculated into it, and then that builds up the soil. And then when we go to plant the clematis, and with all of these, we dug nice big holes and we filled them with water first.
Oh, okay. And then you plant in the water, or what's that?
Let it drain out.
Okay.
And then something that we've started doing is that as we backfill with that same mulch and compost that we've used, we use that as the top dressing. And when we backfill, we actually use a little bit of mole max in there, because we are still having the mole and vole problem that I'm sure I've been complaining about whenever I've been in the show all summer.
Well, and a lot of people have that problem.
So that drains out because we haven't had any rain yet, so those holes are going to be dry.
Sure.
Fill them with water, and then take your plant and plunge it in a big vat of water too. So the plant's really moist. It's going into moist ground.
Sure.
The mole max needs moisture to work, so then your plant has a nice little bubble of protection around it for a month or two. If your soil is heavy clay, add some chicken grit or some 1/4 gravel. It depends on which clematis. The large flowered hybrids really don't need that. They're very tough, very adaptable. But anyway, then you plant.
Okay. It's really great to have all that hydration. So, but we have one more area to show that's kind of not hydrated. So let's go over there. So it has been a long, hot summer. So this looks like maybe this is a drier bed. I see all the thyme.
Right. The thyme has done very well here, and we're trying to do a little fringe of the oregano Kent Beauty, because that's another plant that, you know, they're competing with the apple tree. Some of the clematis in here did get cut back, and you'll see there's a few blooms coming on. They're tough. But this would be an area where, when we plant in here, definitely we're going to have to water. And even though we have an irrigation system, it doesn't get everywhere, and it's dry. It's still, I think people get watering fatigue this time of year, and you still have to water, and you have to go that extra step for a new plant that's going into the ground.
Oh, definitely. And so also, I noticed that you have some clematis that have little bags on them. So what's going on with that?
We bag the seed for our seed starting workshop that's coming up in November, and people can go to our website and sign up for it. It's really fun. You get to leave with all these little baggies of seed, but we keep it so that it doesn't fly away as it dries out and matures.
And then on the website too, there's always classes going on, lots of information, so really a great website.
And if you're a member of Friends of the Rogerson Clematis Collection, we do 4 free programs that are members only events. We have one coming up later in the month. So those are free to members. And you can bring a guest for a mere $5.
All right.
And that $5 goes off of their membership if they join.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, really, it does an incentive to become a member here. It's a wonderful garden. You really help out, and you get to do free things. Thanks so much. Have a great fall.
You too.